Welcome back for your yummy update, baby dolls. You're a bowl of yummy spaghetti. The racist Russell 2000 has broken confidently through its all-time high. It had a double fake out, and now it's actually closed above it. I'm confident about this one because we had the Trump capitulation down here with Trump and the insider Trump tweeting, this is racist Russell 2000. Remember, once again, the racist Russell 2000. Very racist. 2,000 companies. 1,000 of them don't even make money. The racist Russell 2000 is US small caps. You can think of it like our altcoins. It was the last index to break the all-time high. The Smelly Poop 500, the NASDAQ, the Dow Jones, they'd all been strong and above their all-time highs. The racist Russell was lagging, and it's probably because of the business cycle. Okay? So people are doing okay to survive, but nobody's making any gains, all right, in the business economy. So this is an epic indicator for rising PMI, improving business conditions, and crypto alt seasons ahead. All right. So remember, the PMI, friends, is backwards looking by a month. So the Russell 2000 will go up with Ethereum and Bitcoin, and then we'll start to see the PMI improve as we move ahead. Okay. So remember, the PMI is at 49 still. Comes out every month. Alt seasons have only ever happened at 52 plus, okay? And when I talk about alt seasons, I talk about more than one just little sector thing moving, all right? So we need PMI to be pretty much 52 plus. The major alt seasons have all happened 54 to 60, okay? So there's 2, 2, and 2. That means 6. There have been 6 big alt seasons. We have not had any. Some people might call what we had last year as an alt season. It was literally barely a month, and then we went back down. Okay, it was like a little echo bubble. But it depends what your terms and conditions are for these, but no one gives a crap, okay? I guess we did get penetrated by Dick Tang, Pinky in the booty, so Galloy. Long story short, Hyperliquid and Athena did nothing wrong. Binance did many things wrong. Right? This is also, thank you, Mr. Uncharted, from Crypto Faces Market Cypher Discord, where a lot of us actually became friends. It was back then, back in the days, friends. It's kind of funny. Yeah, really cool. It's really cool. It's been that many years, huh? We've been waiting a long time. Check this out, friends. So Richard Hart's returned, and it's a bit annoying because I want everyone to be excited about, say, PulseChain, but the only thing the core coin maxis can talk about is pDAI. Like, it's 24/7. All they can talk about. They're all sharing pDAI. Look what Richard Hart said. I'm like, bro, he said it. He said it. But 6 months ago, nothing's changed. He called it trash 33 times and called it stupid. He hasn't changed his mind. Duh. But what were you expecting? But it's confirmation bias. People love it. Like, yes, he called it trash again. Okay, you don't own any. No one cares. Literally, you don't own any. This is the PulseChain, all the core coins, pretty much nothing to see here. Hopefully it starts moving up, but everything's still down. No, up. The pot talks to the kettle. Okay, LibertySwap Finance, friends. LibertySwap Finance. Read this. Richard Hart. pDAI is literal garbage, but lots of literal garbage has had price go up in crypto, so good luck. All right. Thank you, sir. LibertySwap. So this is the pot talking to the kettle, if you know what I mean. A coin is garbage if no one wants it. At the end of the day, it's just a few lines of code. Your coins, my coins, they're all built the same. Look at Litecoin, Dogecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Diamond, or Bitcoin Satoshi's Vision. Their code isn't much different from Bitcoin's. What makes Bitcoin less garbage than the others is simple. People want it. So believe in your coin. Have conviction. That's what makes the difference. Ha 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 ha. LibertySwap sounded more like Richard than Richard did today. Very interesting. Look, friends, just so you know, just drop some hints. I want to say a lot of stuff. The thing is, though, the whole point of a shakeout, like, I don't want to disturb the process. Yeah, I don't want to disturb the process, okay? Remember, Richard doesn't control the business cycle. While the business cycle's down, he just keeps shaking out. Yeah, when it goes up, he stops. But while it's down, he just uses his time to shake out. It's been going on a long time. So people correlate. They think Richard's evil because he's been shaking and shaking. No, bro, the business cycle's down for a long time, okay? He's just like working to remove weak hands while it's down here. He's not like sitting on his ass and doing nothing. But I know it's very counterintuitive because he's playing chess, because most people would rather he just say nothing. Okay, but here's the thing, man. Like, you got to think from his perspective. He wants the highest pump. He wants to flip Solana. He wants to flip Binance, whatever. Okay, so as far as he's concerned, every month he does this, he maybe gets to get rid of one whale. And he's thinking, oh, wow, if the business cycle is dog shit, so at the beginning of the year, if the business cycle is dog shit for another 10 months, I can get rid of another 10 whales that I don't have to worry about on the way up. See, you're not caring about that because most people just want, like, I just want my bags to go up. Okay, bro, but you know what I'm saying? This guy's like CEO, controller, right? I'm just using a metaphor here. Don't forget, we are bullish. Jim Cramer says he hopes money can be taken out of crypto and put into real economy stocks. Jim Cramer. Yeah, so he's bearish on crypto. Beautiful to see. Also want to tell you as well, friends, gold's been quite naughty, but I think gold's actually in a blow-off right now. I know I've been saying it like 19 times, but gold last night, friends, remember all the retailers lined up for the exit liquidity queue here? Well, it's had one more thrust up. So that's actually what happens. Retailers, when they first see them, it's warning as in we're now entering distribution. All right. It doesn't mean they buy and it drops there from now on. Okay. Retailers come in and then they get in and they get in. They feels good. So they go tell their friends and then they keep piling on. This is probably what we're seeing right now. The first big round of retailers are coming to get distributed on, and here are their friends buying this second wave. So I won't be surprised if like literally we start to just see this big distribution of gold. Gold's gone on a turbo nuclear run. Remember, gold is risk off, so we need gold to kind of settle out. Good news, right? Ethereum doing this nice higher low. This is actually cool to see, friends. Nice. This is very, very nice Ethereum price action as we start to recover. I'm very confident that friendship is on the horizon. And it is actually wonderful news to see. Remember, we went down to the middle of the range here. We broke below it, and we were like right in the middle. A lot of people are calling for the end of the cycle, friends. Look, man. Of course, I wanted this to go faster and everything. I want all of us to do well, and it's been very, very painful. But look, I'm staying put. A bull market ends when you kill the final bear. That's when the bull market ends. Yeah, it dies on euphoria. You kill the final bear. That's it. That's it. We're growing on skepticism. And it's funny. People are saying, "Oh, but Sami, 50% of people are saying that we're actually going to run into next year." Habibi. That means 50% of people are bearish. There's plenty of bears out there. Plenty. Okay? Everybody thinks 2026 is going to be a bear market, by the way. And when they say, by the way, a lot of people say, oh, we're running into next year. They're all planning a dump in January anyway. That's when they talk about next year. Okay? So something's going to come out to make them change their mind. I don't know what's going to be. The Trump insider whale closed out all of his Bitcoin short positions, friends, and he's made off like a bandit. He's officially out and he left. This is an emptied account. He made $195 million. He's just withdrawing 10, withdrawing all his money. He did the secondary short. And he was playing for the second leg. So hopefully, I guess it's over. Here we have Ivan on Tech covering PulseChain with more public humiliation. Hexicans, Pulsicans, your boss is not happy. You have sinned hard. You deserve punishment for the misbehaving. Remember, you gave away your ETH to get rich, but instead you are down 90% in ETH. You complain to boss, he spanks you. Lol. Retweet to maybe create a pump. So I mentioned here that, Ivan has covered PulseChain. Here we have DickWifButt Army. Thank you very much, DickWifButt Army. The real truth about PulseChain, friends, is that PulseChain was created for DickWifButt. Okay? Emasculating. I love it. He's Grand Inquisitor. Hi. Very interesting. Okay? He is Mr. Orange or Ramirez. Marito. Is the boss taking the garbage out? I came from work to see this pool party. It's a lot of poop. Very awesome. Also, Mr. Guru bot. I sure hope Richard Hunt has the last half and shuts up all the normies. No offense, Ivan. Like I say, friends, look, because you've never seen anybody do this, okay? It's like a janitor just sweeping the floors. Yeah, like you're waiting for the... Let's say, friends, let's say I'm at McDonald's. I'm working at McDonald's and I've got to sweep the driveway while the store's closed, right? Like you're waiting for the store to open. We thought it'd be open by now. We thought, the business cycle conditions will be improving. They're not. But think about Major Loser Powell. Major Loser Powell is currently speaking. He started highlighting concerns about Jobs, which is loser talk for. Rate cuts are coming, baby. The S&P 500, it flipped from red to green off his news. And the yield curve went up and it pretty much priced in for sure 3 extra cuts coming. For sure. It's the yield spread now. Like it's definitely 3 cuts coming. Before it was like between 2 and 3. Now it's definitely 3. So maybe as things go forward, we've also got the US Kippy coming out. Friends, actually, the US Kippy might be out in like a few hours. I think it's coming. I think maybe 8 or 12 hours. And so hopefully that comes out week, yada, yada. Yeah, we'll see how it all plays out. Got to remind you as well, friends. So for some reason, some of you baby dolls were retweeting stuff from April 19th. So I just want to show you what I go through. A lot of people are muted from this, but from pDAI, friends, remember when pDAI, I'll show you this picture right here. Okay, you can actually see this picture, actually zoom in. So on the bottom here, you can see pDAI April 19th. It did a 2,800% rally. That's wild, man. That's a 29x rally, okay, from down here. 29x, there you go. 2,800% rally from Gravestone Emoji Day, which is literally marked here. It's like April 19th, whatever. There you go, April 19th. So this is pretty much what everyone's concerned themselves with. So this is the stuff I was getting from all these people, right? This was on April 19th. Somi looks like he's getting tired of the pDAI scam. What a waste of everyone's time and money. And then everyone said with me, Somi was wrong. Somi was wrong. So the whole thread is literally just like 50 people coming to shit on me. Spit, spit, spit. Everyone saying, it's a scam. He's wrong. He's stupid. Waste of time. So it's funny. On April 19th this year, PulseChain community, 95% of them came out to declare pDAI was dead and Somi was wrong. Friends, I don't care about being right or wrong. The right or wrong, that's crypto banter reply section stuff. That's major KOL signing up to gridbot leverage trading stuff. That's you're so delusional. You think you're going to be in the top 1% of people who sign up to like, breakout trading or any of the prop trading stuff, even for crypto. Okay, so if you're so delusional, you think you're going to be in the top 1% win rate of survivors, 99% of people. That's that type of thinking. Oh, I would like to be right or wrong. I would like to be right. Yeah, because you get a dopamine hit from that. I'm here to make money, and I don't care how long it takes, and I'm here to play long term. Okay, it's totally different. Okay, so like for example, friends, we're gonna flip a coin, heads or tails. Yeah, if you want to be right or wrong, you care about whether it's heads or tails. If you're here to make money, you care about what the odds are to play. You're like, oh, so if it comes out heads, I win $10, and if it comes out tails, I lose $1. I'll keep playing that. I'll keep playing that as much as I can. That's a totally different mindset. All right, April 19th, Gravestone Emoji Day. pDAI went up 2,800%. PulseChain community has an obsession with pDAI and its mindshare continues to strengthen. Today, Richard Hart did many tweets, but the PulseChain core coin maxis are constantly reposting Richard Hart comments on pDAI. Do you think Richard Hart's Interpol case will be dropped soon? And do you think he'll interview with Ivan on Tech shortly after? It is something to think about. And CryFagging is the word of the day. I've showed you this, friend. So Corey Costa replied to Richard Hart, and Richard Hart said pretty much, Corey, you are CryFagging, which is funny. Here we have Mr. Foolsies. Wouldn't it be funny if Richard Hart is actually gone? He sold his account and slowly tornado cash with the SAC funds out. Every time we think he's about to inject, then it turns out Hayden Davis was tweeting this whole time. Very good, sir. Mr. Dewey. Good, sir. We're so effing back. I know this energy. I was born from this. This is our founder, dude. Here we go. So, thank you, Mr. Dewey Scum. So, for a lot of people, they knew, a lot of people, most people from who knew actually into pDAI. Just so everyone knows from the pDAI community, okay? So when you look at, say, a Hex Maxi, for example, okay? Richard was not shaken out at the start. He didn't, like, disappear, okay? He was in attack mode from day one while the things dropped, okay? Now, of course, if you're in pDAI, you'd like that. But you got to remember, back then, no one had seen it. The price, I'll show you now, okay? Because it's a different game mechanic. Because you got to remember, friends, the goal is to have the strongest hands at the end, okay? So you hold value from there on. So Hex dropped 98% from the start, and Richard was interviewing, he was tweet posting, telling people buy the dip, etc., and then it went up, and it did this massive, massive move, okay? So from Zombie Virus as well, it went up 30x pretty much, 28x. Okay, so that's why people are like, be envious. They're like, oh, I wish he was coming and like, turbo posting for us. But look, he probably wanted to, but there could be a lot of weak hands, man. There could be a lot of weak hands with a lot of supply who are backstabbing the community. He's not happy with how they're treating it. I guess that I'm reverse engineering that. He's like, yeah, I'd love to bull post. I'd love to be in attack mode, but It's got to shake them out. It is what it is, right? And like I said to you, it's incorrect correlation. People think Rich is just going out of his way, oh, I'm going to shake. No, I think it's an if-then statement. If Ethereum and the business cycle's trash, I will keep shaking out. If Ethereum and everything's rising with the business cycle and we're getting closer to the top of the cycle, I will enter bull mode and everything's going good. It's just that the if-then statement, it's been bad PMI conditions for 35 months, all right? That's what I think is actually happened. And people think like he's gone out of his way, like, oh, I just want to be a cock for like 35 months in a row. I don't think so, man. I don't think so at all. Richard Hart responding to tweets. I showed you this before, friends. Talking about pegging pDAI, and that's why I showed you. That's what everybody has been talking about it. Mr. Playboy Penguin with his cute top hat. Do you really think Interpol isn't already priced in? I think, yes, I think Interpol is priced in. I think most people expect a good result already, which we all do. It's also funny, friends, give you a yummy update. The Trump insider whale, all right, he came out on Twitter. We all follow him now. He started making these really weird AI English posts about why the macroeconomy is bad. Look at this. The recent US equity rally was driven by leverage. AI investors have shifted from cash flow to debt, with Oracle dividing the line. So I replied to him with this. We know you're an insider trading maggot. Nobody is going to get fooled into thinking you made a macro thesis. Maybe the stock market retardios would be fooled, but not us crypto autists. Mogged. So it's 100% true. So basically what's happening is everybody knows he is the Trump insider, and Trump and the family team, they're colluding to make money. So now first he denied everything. Then first he deleted everything. Everyone found his name. Then he came back. He's like, okay, I'm running away. It makes me look guilty. So then he came back and appeared. He goes, oh, I've got nothing to do with it. And everyone's like, oh, no, bro, look at this. You do have something to do with it. And he goes, okay, so it's funny. First he goes, like, I disappeared. Number one. Number two, I've got nothing to do with it. He goes, okay, number three. Okay, I do have something to do with it, but I wasn't insider trading. He's like, we're moving closer and closer. Total guilty. So now he's trying to say, oh, I had a thesis that things would get bad. So now that's why I put on a short. Friends, he kept shorting until 1 minute before Trump's tweet. New account, $1.1 billion short. Bang. We're not stupid, dude. We're not stupid. You really mean to tell me you're using Nancy Pelosi's indicators? She's the best RSI divergence trader you'll ever see. I don't think Garrett Ginn is trading off the Nancy Pelosi indicators. What do you think? I think everyone's obsessed with this coin. That's what I think. Everyone's just totally obsessed. Friends, pDAI it's crypto's first prediction market coin. Because you know the payout. Yeah. That's why prediction markets as well. I showed you earlier, friends. MetaMask are introducing poly market prediction now. You can actually bet from within the wallet. I don't use it. I don't touch any of this shit. But it's cool. Retailer get how to gamble now. They know you're buying a future $1. You don't have to learn. They know if something's they know whether you're buying a yes or a no, the payout's $1. If you lose, it goes to $0. So they know if you're buying something for 20 cents and it works, you get $1. Right? It's literally, that's why pDAI, it's literally, man, it's the unicorn effect. What are the chances we're going to have a prediction market cycle as well, where retail come in, start betting on sports and stuff like that? Because it's different. Because this is different to when you go to the bookies. When you go to the bookies, you have to pay their spreads, right? You have to pay their spreads. You can't just get you can't just bet on high probability stuff with a lot of things. So this is really going to change things, these prediction market stuff. Every PulseChain community member is obsessed with Richard Hart's thoughts on pDAI today. You see all of them retweet and requote him constantly. Its mindshare continues to beam strong. Hopefully our price action does continue. A lot of the 4-year cycle Ajits are out. I'm still holding. Like, subscribe. Catch you in the next one.